Shalom, shalom, my people, shalom. Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just watching my video here. So I'm about to talk about the Titans. Well, more of the sacred clown stuff, but it still revolves around the Titans, about the Nephilim and shit like that. But the video that I put in my community channel about the meaning behind creepy clowns, significant crack Nephilim, that one. We should all watch it together, shall we? Because obviously, I watched this whole video, and this orc is fucking terrified, as you know they should. They should. I even commented on his fucking goddamn page and shit like that. I gave him two comments. One, literally breaking down of what we are, and the other one is that, oh, you're a fucking goddamn liar, motherfucker. So because you gotta focus when these orcs are so fucking goddamn religious and they'll be like, open your heart to Jesus and shit like that. That's how you, if you're in tune and spiritual with yourself, that's how you know that these motherfuckers are scared and fuck what they have to say. Seriously. Oh, the Nephilim, they were cannibals and shit like that. We were cannibals? No. Here. Let me tell you something. There was a few things that were cannibalizing people. Basically, there were wicked ones here that came, but also, what do you think what happens when a mortar and a unmortar have a kid? It's happening right now with these orcs and our people having kids. So if you want to say, because this motherfucker, this dumb orc is like, oh, these are, they're terrifying, they're blasphemy. So you talking about the mixed children are blasphemy, even though the mixed children that have carbon in them, you calling them blasphemy? I'm just saying it right now because it does kind of sound fucked up, right? Because at the end of the day, they're still all people, they're still all family members, because they have that carbon in them. Plus, there was more to it than just, for crying out loud, the flood. The flood happened mainly because there was other shit that was happening. For crying out loud, obviously you hear like, obviously what you hear with the Nephilim, right? Oh, they were eating people and shit like that, and that's why the flood happened. That's why God did it and shit like that. You see, these fucking orcs will follow the fucking goddamn Bible, but won't fucking listen to facts to what really happened. Okay? Seriously. There's been proof on this planet that there was a massive flood on this planet. Why? The reason that there was a flood on this planet is because we had to wipe shit out that was not natural to this planet. Okay? And there was another thing that came to that too. It's because the towers got broken down. There was a lot of shit that culminated into that shit that we call the flood, or the mud flood, Tartaria and stuff like that. I don't have to talk about it because people have already talked about it. And plus, we all going to find out eventually, anyways. Like the people that don't know, you will know. So yeah, I know. Look at that. I have like a mosquito bite here where my third eye is. Can you believe that shit? They targeting it. Yeah, I know. They know what time it is, dumb motherfuckers. But anything that they do won't work anyways. Because I meditate, take, energy from the sun and the moon and shit like that, man. I know who I am. These motherfuckers always try to, when these motherfuckers try to bring you down any way they can, that's how you know you're more powerful than them. And that's how you know they're fucking goddamn pussies. So I'll go put the volume up here so you guys can hear this motherfucking stupid orc. So excuse me. Ugh. Asthma. Literally. As I'm having an asthma attack in a way. So no, it's fine, guys. It's not like that severe as some people get it, Oh, by the way, I upgraded my before I do this video, I upgraded my wand. I actually added this. I was going to add this to my tower, but since I know how since I know what time it is and everything like that, I decided to just add it to my wand, and if it feels great, and it feels when I swing it and shit like that, I'm all like, feels more natural, feels more better, and everything like that. And also, I want to point this out too. Let me get this out. Because I know I haven't really upgraded my people with the tower that I made anyway. It's not really. I'm not gonna stand it up like this. I'm gonna flat like this. But as you can see, I put the rocks here. They're all nails here. Then the sigils all over the place and everything like that. I even put what is it? I even put what's it called? Hold on. Fuck, I'm forgetting it right now. The transmutant circles. That's why. See, that's why you have to write things down. So I put some there too. You know, I even look at that. I even make this into a diamond. You know, where the nails are at, and it's connected with the wires and stuff like that. You know, so that's what I did. I added a few things, like I added this and this here, like these two rocks I added yesterday. So I just keep adding them, making it more powerful, making it more better. And the best thing is, guys, you're still building. You, even if you're not putting it outside and stuff like that, you're still building, right? So, and I've been asking myself, what else should I put here? You know, what else should I put here that will work really well? Because I was thinking of grabbing sticks and shit like that and putting it one side here and then the other side here and stuff like that. I'm still thinking, you know, I'm still brainstorming out here and stuff like that. But when it's fine, it is almost finished, but I'm not completely satisfied with it, because I do want it to make it more powerful and make it more potent, and I have a lot of nails, so maybe I can use like a rod or something like that here, put nails down here, and then maybe a stick right here or some shit like that. I don't know, and then with a corkscrew with a with a crystal on it, maybe. So just things I'm thinking out of my head right now. So, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to keep thinking of stuff like this. You know, again, shout out to Remedy H, because that brother, man, he's doing great stuff. Seriously, if you guys are talking down on him and shit like that, all I have to say is you don't want it. You don't want it. It's almost like talking shit to me. You don't want it. You really don't want it. You really don't. You don't. You don't. Seriously. Because just like that can go to 0 to 100 mad quick, and you don't want that shit. You don't want that shit. You don't want that smoke. You don't want that fire, you wicked pieces of shit. You don't want that. All right? Look at that. Almost 8 minutes in, like I did in the last video, part 1. But, all right, let's get this started here. So, and I have this. My mom's aunt gave me this. So it's pretty cool. I was thinking of making like a, since Remedy was talking about making like ships and stuff like that, I was thinking of something that I was going to make with some of the wood that I have here, and then placing this on top of it, you know, not on top of it, but inside of it, so it can make it like, you know, get the energy in it and stuff like that. But I was thinking of another crystal than this one. But even though this is pretty good, I mean, look at the shape of it. Look at it. It's freaking awesome. You know, I think that's awesome. You know, so all right, moving on here. Let's begin here, and you guys need to listen here. All right, and I will break down what this orc piece of shit says. All right, so here we go, and I will probably talk about more about the Nephilim and Sacred Clown stuff. Like if I might do more videos of it too. But we'll see. If anything comes up in my mind and I'm like, man, you know what? Fuck, I want to debunk motherfucker because fuck him. You know? So here we go.
I made a video in the past saying we need to talk about the Nephilim more. And that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I feel like there's something I've discovered. I say discovered, but it's not the first time someone said this.
You know how they're showing the elongated head and shit like that? You know what? I'm not even going to get into that, because I know you guys can find that out on your own.
But it's the first time someone's going to say this online that isn't in a ridiculing, mocking way towards the concept of the Nephilim. And this idea is that clowns, as we know them today, and have always known them to look, are in fact copies of the Nephilim. Clown culture itself is a reference to, literally, the Nephilim that we talk about in the conspiracy culture. Now, this is very relevant because obviously you must have seen flurries of videos being created by theorists online right now about the mass sighting of clowns appearing, luring children into the woods with money, candy, to do God knows what with them.
Now, let me tell you this. When this whole shit about clowns was happening, what do you think it was happening? Why do you think they were doing it? For crying out loud, with the whole Hong Kong stuff and China stuff, they would dress up as the Joker to, like, you know, fight for their freedom and shit like that. Remember that shit in Hong Kong? If you were paying attention? What was that, in 2019 or some shit? You know? Maybe in 2017 or some shit, but I know what happened. So, remember, these wicked motherfuckers would do anything. All right? So, for anyone to be scared of us. Okay? So, what do these motherfuckers do? They have people dress up like clowns and do stupid fucking pathetic shit. Because when this shit started happening around 2016, look, it even says it right here when I paused it on the thing, but October 2016, you know, when this shit happened, I was all like, I was fucking disrespected. Yeah. Why? Because I'm a fucking sacred clown, the sacred clown, and then you fucking do this shit. You guys have no idea what the fuck you did. You guys have no idea what kind of bullshit you put yourselves in with that shit. You guys need to understand and understand to not fuck with a sacred clown. Did you even? I even mentioned this in part. I mean, it's even mentioned in part 1 when an orc is talking about that shit, and I'm just like, well, actually, I think it was a brother that mentioned that, because in that video I put a orc video in a brother video that was talking about sacred clowns and stuff like that. But I think the brother mentioned something like that, like the warriors can get killed easily, while the sacred clown is more dangerous and stuff like that. But yeah, you motherfuckers will try to do this, and then everyone is scared of clowns and shit like that. My mom is scared of clowns because of the movie It, not knowing that the movie It is actually us. But obviously, they're gonna spin around it and put their Freddy Krueger fucking bullshit mindset on Pennywise. Because what the Pennywise did? Ate children. But yet you're going to make him into a clown, into a titan. You see the shit that they're doing here? You see the fucking bullshit that they're doing here? And then you have fucking folks like these motherfuckers, these fucking Christian folks, these religious pieces of shit folk, being all like, oh, it's just not, they're doing this. And then they still want, it's funny, these religious folk will push the narrative so hard of a bleak world, and then right after that, they'll be like, put your heart in Christ, put your heart in Jesus. You see the fuckery they do? You see the fuckery they do? This is what pisses me off about these motherfucking goddamn orcs and these fucking goddamn fucking people. And then you're wondering why you're going to get taken out, you dumb idiot, because you keep lying like shit like this. That's why you're going to be taken off. That's why your whole species is about to be killed off by us or by the sun or by nature herself. Either way, you're being out of this planet. Mother Nature doesn't want you here. I don't want you here. The galactic people don't fucking want you here anymore. Our ancestors don't want you here. Okay? The ancestors that are coming back that you killed during slavery are coming back, and they're going to come back in full force to fucking destroy your fucking ass. What you did to them, they're going to do to you. All right? All right? Karma's a fucking bitch, motherfucker. And then you're going to have these fucking orcs lie to us, right? How many times I have to say to you motherfucking goddamn white people, man? How many times do I have to say? You had countless opportunities to tell us who the fuck we are. Stand us hand in hand, basically, and fight these motherfuckers. And then maybe you could have gone fucking back home. And maybe your fucking orc king would have been like, you know what? You learn your error of your ways. Who knows? Maybe it could have happened. I don't know. We wouldn't know because you decided not to do it. Not to get harmonized with the planet. Because you are a disgusting piece of shit that deserves to be dropped down a peg and deserves to fucking goddamn die. Even some of your own kind are sick and pathetic. Are sick and tired of your fucking sorry ass. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I do not fucking blame them. Because it's your fault that we're in this situation to begin with. And it's your fucking fault that we don't know who the fuck we are. We have to take the time to ourselves to know who we are. Which is fine. I don't mind that at all. But it's something that we shouldn't fucking goddamn do when you really think about it. Why? Because we own everything around here. We even own these fucking Caucasian people. Yes, because we make them. They're our slaves, whether you like it or not. Okay? We were never supposed to mate with these motherfuckers. We were never supposed to. Oh, that sucks that you said slaves and shit like that. That's what they were. And then they turn around and make it like us. Eventually, you know, I'm not saying that slavery didn't happen to us and shit like that, but in the fucking beginning, we enslaved these motherfuckers. Because these motherfuckers try to invade us and we fucking destroy their fucking asses. That was until they found out our fucking weakness. All right? Which you guys know was the towers. But guess what? Shout out to Serious Temple and shit. We don't need that. Again, I don't have to repeat myself, but you guys know. If you guys done your research and you guys follow these people, Serious Temple, Remedy H and shit like that, you guys know. And I don't have to talk about it. Because if you know, you know. Look, search up about the mud flood, Tartaria and shit like that. And you will know what type of structures we made. You will know what we did back in the day. All right? So continue on with this shit.
And these sightings have been growing in number and spreading across, well, America, the UK, and possibly the globe.
And this video is not that long. It's about 13 minutes long. So we won't be here all day. I might make a part 3. So if you see the title that says 2/2, I will have to fix that. So I apologize if you see that and you're like, I thought you said you're gonna make part 3. What the fuck? Why it says 2/2? Sorry about that. I will change it. So look forward to that.
Why should be the question. Why are these clowns appearing? That has been the question for many people. I think I may have an answer, and the answer lies in...
No. See, you think. You don't know. I know why these motherfuckers started appearing. Because they're trying to... You can't have a person that started awakening and started knowing thyself and started noticing that there was a sacred clown, and then all of a sudden they do this. They did this shit because I started waking up. I know what the fuck's going on. I see what the fuck they're doing. What do you think I told myself? I'm the sacred clown. And then all of a sudden, people started talking about all sacred clowns and all this shit after I started talking about it. I'm not talking about this year and shit like that. I'm talking about like around 2016 when I figured all of this shit out. And then eventually I started finding channels that was Serious Temple and Remedy H. I found those channels around that time in 2016 and 17. You know? So this shit, people, you gotta understand, you gotta see the game that they're playing here, man. You gotta see the game that they're playing here. It's almost like the whole game with the whole shit of the whole bullshit of Kanye. It is bullshit. And I don't have to get into that shit because it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It is. Like I said in part 1, if he so wants to fucking be part of this planet, Kanye, how come in the fuck he doesn't drop everything or use his fucking goddamn money to come to each fucking ghetto neighborhood and fucking start building? Hell, I'll help him. I said it right now, Kanye, come to my area and we can start building. But are you going to do that? Are you going to do it? The ball's in your court. If you don't do that shit, then screw you. Screw you. Screw all your fucking piece of shit celebrities that are supposed to be our brothers and sisters. But you don't want to get rid of your rich fucking piece of shit thing. You don't want to get rid of that. But also, I know some of you guys are going through hardships because you have like some owner that fucks your brain up and shit like that. You don't think I don't know that? Of course I understand that shit. But some of you don't have that shit. So why the fuck you don't fucking fight? That's the shit that pisses me off. Oh, they'll kill you. Are immortal. At least they sold your soul. Don't be scared of pieces of shit people that are scared of you. Why are you scared of these fucking pedophiles? Why are you scared of people that fucking eat and kill children and use their blood to become younger? Why are you scared of those type of people? This is the shit that I've been trying to tell people, and every time I tell them, they have like fucking like they look at me like I have fucking fucking multiple dragon eyes, like here. You think I have like 100 heads? Maybe I do. You know, some of our ancestors were like that. You know, Mama Tiamat gave birth to titans that were like that, not giants, titans. So I had to be more specific. Most people are like, "What's the difference?" Really, some people really don't see it as a difference, but for me, I look at it like this: you have the titans, the gods, and then the giants. At least from what I can see it. If I'm wrong, okay, then I'm wrong. But at the same time, the gods were huge too. They were like giants as well, but they weren't like titans, you know. So
the giants of the past, and perhaps this is symbolic of them returning.
And this is from I don't know, how old is this video? This video is from it doesn't even fucking goddamn. I hate when they don't fucking goddamn say it, man. Because you know when the title's lawn, and then you know when the title's lawn, and then all of a sudden it doesn't even fucking goddamn show. So let me see my phone real quick.
There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that.
There were giants in those days, and then after that. See, something that he pointed out, but then he doesn't want to think about, maybe the giants, and then the giants that were after that, are actually these things. You know, for example, and not, I don't know, these orcs, see how these orcs are? These orcs like to confuse fucking people, man. You do. They like to confuse fucking people, and that's all they can do, is confuse you. That's why you got to break down on what the fuck they got to say, because they're fucking stupid and they're pieces of shit. This came out in 2016 also. October 3rd, 2016. And now in this article that he's talking about came out the same date, October 3rd, 2016.
Returning. Now, of course, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, after the sons of God came unto the daughters of men and bore offspring. These giants were men of renown for a short time, and perhaps even worshipped as gods and idolized for their strength and stature, before they inevitably turned against one another. Cannibalistic in nature, these beasts would eat people and even each other, before God finally decided enough was enough. Wiped out the earth with a flood, saved Noah, the only human beings left on the planet.
It's funny. It is so funny. Yes, the flood did happen. But the flood happened. Shout out to RANT TV. The flood happened mainly because we were listening to beings that we're not supposed to fucking listen to. They came in. That was a flood. They came in and started fucking shit up. Then the Cosmic Mama decided to make a flood all over the planet because shit was getting fucked up here. Okay? The higher ups, like Anu and all of them, they were like, flood this whole fucking planet. Flood it. Look at the beings that just flooded into this planet. You see? They came here. Who came here? What do you think? These wicked ones. These orcs, these reptilians, these fucking greys, do I need to be Pacific? Like, are they going to have these orcs fucking make up lies? Like, what do you say? Hold on. I got to see what this fucking liar has to say. Seriously.
Against one another. Cannibalistic in nature, these beasts would eat people and even each other, before God finally decided enough was enough, wiped out the earth with a flood, saved Noah, the only human beings left on the planet, and started again. Now, the disembodied spirits of these Nephilim giants are the demons we know of today that like to possess people and mess with people and just generally send them down a very, very, very dark path.
Demon comes from the word of Damien, which is dimensions. I'm hoping I'm accurate with that. I really hope, because if I'm wrong with that, correct me. Please correct me if I'm wrong with that. Anything that I get wrong here, please correct me. Please. I won't be mad at you or anything like that. I'll just be like, thank you. You know, really, thank you. But let's see something here. Let's see. Let's continue. Sorry about that. Here, because I want to show off something that this motherfucker said, and I will soon.
Now, I had a vision. And I literally mean that. The only way to describe it is a vision. I was laid in bed one night, not quite asleep, when suddenly a noise filled my head of loud static, and an image flashed in front of my eyes for only 10 seconds. And the image was of a giant jester. That's the only way to describe it. A jester. Coming out of...
Now, hold on. Actually, I could just do this. Research this on Google more. Not like that. Search more images that are like this. How come there's no option of that? Remember, there was an option that if you just hold the picture will just be like, oh, yeah, if you want to see more of this, do it. All right, you know what, here. Okay, the Anunnaki, Nephilim, and Elohim. Right here. Right here, this picture. So, when you point this out to these Caucasian people, they either want to deny it or be like, what are you talking about? The giants won't color. I just showed you right here. Anunnaki, Elohim, Nephilim. And there's a DMT jester. Joan Cloning even pointed this out. And I know that this is true because when I meditated and I saw my higher self, it was a jester. And he gave me a sword. I've told this story before. He gave me a sword, a higher self sword, and in that sword was a crystal that was around before, quote unquote, the Big Bang. Quote unquote, the Big Bang. These orcs would call it the Big Bang because they want to make a fucking goddamn timeline of where everything started because that's how they are. That's how they are. That's how they are. So this crystal disappeared when everything was being created. And then it's in my higher self sword. That's when I found out that I'm ancient as fuck, and that's how I know that I was around. Yes, we were around before time, of course, but I figured out that I was around before any of these fucking planets ever existed. And some of us were already like that anyways. So the fact that some of us remember that and everything like that was great. It's great. If you remember that, and if you do remember that, then that's how you know. That's how you know how old you are. Now, if you don't remember that, I'm not saying that, oh, you dang, you're stupid or shit like that. I'm not saying that. Hey, you maybe find out later on. That's what happens. A lot of people find about themselves, thyself, progressively, basically. You can't just tell people this was you or this was you. I mean, you could, but if they're looking for the information. If they're not looking for the information, then they're just gonna think you're crazy and shit like that. For example, I mean, my friend's brother doesn't think I'm crazy or anything like that, but I just gave him a detail of like they would use our bodies and find a way anything we can to make an explosion, for example. So if they experiment with our bodies and all of a sudden a big giant nuclear explosion happens, people that saw that would be like, okay, now we know how to make that explosion happen. Now we can just connect and all that, make that, and then drop it down, then boom. And I told him that. He's like, you know what? That does sound crazy, but it's true. He's not even, that's how I know that people around me are starting thinking open more. And that's just the energy that's coming to this planet. And it's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing, guys. It is. It's a beautiful thing. This stuff is happening for a reason, right? And it's beautiful. It is. It's a wonderful thing, and I love it, man. I absolutely love it. It's a great time that we live in right now. And these orcs are fucking goddamn scared. Let them be scared. Let them be fucking scared, because they fucking deserve to be fucking goddamn scared. They deserve to be scared, because the Titans are coming back, and they're going to fucking destroy your ass. We are the Titans. We are the Titans, and you don't want to fucking mess with us. All right? You thought the Titans were scary before? Motherfucker, you have no idea what's coming for you. You have no idea. You fucking idiots. The Dracos know. What do you think they want to leave so bad? And obviously your orcs know too. But the other orcs that have heard stories and all that but never seen it. Oh, you guys are gonna have a rude awakening coming. Oh, a rude awakening. And then all you fucking people are gonna pray to Jesus and shit like that. And all of a sudden, you still probably get eaten by a Titan, right? Or get squashed by a Titan. The reason I said eaten is because you guys always mention it. Oh, they eat people and shit like that. They can't believe people. It sounds like that's you. And then you want to blame other people. That's how these orcs are. Oh, these orcs do these things, and then they blame other people for it. It's their MMO. If that sounded right, it's their fucking. It's what they do. If you know how they walk, then this is how they walk. If you don't know, well, now you know. You know, so it's always a good thing to, we remember stuff. So let's continue on here. I have to leave eventually, so I have to do some errands. But this is why I choose this video for 13 minutes and shit.
Enormous wall. Its profile protruding out its back, melded in with the wall around it. And around this giant was tiny golden vehicles. But they weren't tiny, they were huge. But from my perspective, looking up, I could just see gold dots whizzing around this beast. And when I say jester, don't be confused. Because for the 10 seconds I saw this thing, it wasn't a jester I was looking at. It was a black and white line fractaled being whose head was shaped like what jesters wear as a hat. It wasn't wearing a hat. Its skull was literally shaped like that. Pointy, flopped over slightly. And
then when I told you about the Hopi people, he has this in his video, and that reminds you of the Hopi people because they dress like that. So they're demons too. They're demons too. What's your fucking channel called? Understanding Conspiracy. Maybe we should change that to Lying Conspiracy.
Then the vision left, along with the loud static noise, and I was left in awe, thinking, where did that come from? Because I certainly didn't imagine that. I had no need or want or thought to imagine that vision. It just came to me around 5 months ago randomly when I was in bed, and I even drew what I saw. Roughly. Its face, anyway. But like I said, its head was shaped like that of a jester's hat. It had a wide, wide smile. A lot like the clowns we see of.
And I'll show you the video that he's talking about, because he put it here. And I'll show you it here.
Which has led me to make this video today, 5 months later. Because since these clowns started to appear, I've been thinking about this.
Killer clowns from outer space. Funny. When they made the movie Killer Clowns for Outer Space, have you noticed that the C is a K, kind of like what I put for mine? And this movie came out before I was born, before this Avatar was born. They know me, man. God, come on. How many proof do I have to point out that they know me? And they're fucking terrified of me. You know? So, God, it's hilarious. Every time I see it, I'm just like, I laugh, I laugh and shit like that. And I tell the people that I don't tell a lot of people, but I tell like 2 or 3 people that I know and care about, and they just be like, damn, dude. I'm like, great, can you believe that shit?
Jester image. and just what the Nephilim would have looked like once upon a time, or perhaps what they look like now on the other side. Now, one of the most recent altercations mankind has had with the Nephilim is a tribe in America, I believe, of Indians who had a problem.
What type of
9
Indians?
feet tall giants who were terrorizing their tribe and eating their people. It was known that these pale-skinned, red-haired giants with 2 sets of teeth and 6 fingers were hiding out in a cave. So the tribe set fire to the front of the cave and smoked them out and probably burned them alive. And that was the last we saw.
So you heard about them, the red hair giants and shit like that? Let me show you this picture again. They would look like red hair. Anunnaki, Elohim, Nephilim. So who's lying? You and I know the truth at the end of the day. I'm just pointing out more of the. Remember, this is in a way a debunk of this motherfucker. So
those giants. But the description of giants is and always has been pale skin, red hair. Now these are clowns by today's standards. This is what a clown would stereotypically be. This is how people would dress.
Yeah, look. The fact that he pointed that out too, it's like, yeah, because when you look at clown makeup or clown outfits in general, like the mask, it's always red head and pale face. All right. So he kind of contradicted himself in a way too, because he's like, oh, okay, so it's these tall white people basically like that. Because a lot of people will always point out that, oh, it's just these giant white people that started eating, cannibalizing and all that shit, making up stories and shit like that. But now you hear the fact that, oh, they were clowns. I'm not saying they're not lying or anything like that, because some of that shit is kind of accurate, but they still want to think that, oh, these giants are white. Because every time they think about the pale skin and red head, they'd be like, oh, that's a white giant. Then who had sex with a giant? Any of these orcs could have had sex with a giant, and then that giant could have produced a baby. For example, I'm just saying for example, because a giant can't fuck an immortal person that looks like you and me, that's like this. We would kill them. Does that make sense? No, seriously, does that make sense? Imagine a big giant Sqawn going inside a woman's vagina that is literally the same feet as me. That would destroy her. Literally, it would just kill her. Come on, guys. Come on. And obviously, I've heard this too. Like, there were other people that came down to this planet that saw the orc race and they thought they were beautiful and they had sex with them. Then they left. I'm just telling you from what I've heard. I don't know if it's 100% true, but some of this stuff that seems accurate, I wouldn't even be surprised. Why? Mainly because obviously they switch around all the shit that they want to say, these orcs, and then when you find out the truth, you be like, because you just don't find out more of the truth. You just find out more about the lies of what these motherfuckers tell you. That's really it. And people get sick of it. And we're already to that point. We're already to that point that we want to beat the living shit out of these motherfuckers. I can feel it. I've been feeling it for a long time. And it's something that they don't want to talk about. It's kind of loud. Like, you hear Isaac's wisdom talking about that stuff in Remedy 8, talking about like the fury and all that stuff about, the more potent of like getting since we're getting more heightened, we've been feeling this rage and energy in a way. Like, I don't want to put words in their mouth or anything like that. I'm sorry if I'm sorry if you think I did that and shit like that. But I'm just trying to convey what they were trying to say. Like, I'm not trying to play like, what is it, phone game here. I'm not trying to do that. But what is it? I'm trying to remember. Well, since I can't remember right now, I'm not gonna make something up for no reason. So
I grin, a wide-lipped smile, a large mouth, and sharp teeth. If you're going down the Halloween route, but I'm starting to realise there isn't any difference.
Isn't any different?
I believe Bozo the Clown was known for heinous acts with children. And then we have Krusty the Clown on The Simpsons, which is clearly a direct parody of Bozo the Clown, the paedophile. You look at Sideshow Bob and his stature, his physique, his large feet are not dissimilar from the giant I saw, his hair included, in my vision.
Something that he doesn't point out either. That the other video that our brother did mention. Look at Krusty the Clown. Like, literally look at him. You probably can't even look at that shit. But you can't even fucking goddamn see it. But Krusty the Clown, look it up. You guys know what he looks like if you watch The Simpsons. He almost looks like a menstrual guy. A menstrual person. I'm not wrong. I'm literally not wrong. The white gloves, you know, the big expression, the big eyes and mouths. Come on, man. Come on. Krusty the Clown is a brother. And it's funny that a long time ago, we always think that, you know, we always thought that the Simpsons characters are orange or like Asian, yellow or Asian, which is hilarious, you know. But the more the years pass by, the more I just tell myself, what if they were just like that, like back in the day, but with different types of color of skin? So what if the Simpsons are just replying to that? It's just everyone's yellow for some reason, except for other people that are carbon. They are carbon, you know. So it's funny how they did that. Like, oh, the white people are actually yellow. Well, you guys are calling yourself chickens? Oh, that makes sense.
Like I said, there was only one other video stating this concept online, and it is from someone who made the video a couple of years ago, off the top of my head, I think, taking the piss out of anybody who even believes in giants and Nephilim, saying, oh, well, they must be crazy clowns, thinking he's making a clever joke, when actually, without realising it,
Look at
he's
that.
telling the truth. Nephilim looked like clowns. White skin, red hair, big wide smiles. If we look at Attack on Titan now, though the red hair is missing, the wide smile motif is used there too. This cartoon, the end of the world due to giants.
Yeah, think about that. In Attack on Titan, they don't have gut heads. They have normal hair, like brown hair, dark brown hair. So some of them are blonde hair. I'm not saying there's no red hair giants in the Attack on Titan anime, but mostly what you see is people that have brown hair, dark brown hair. Obviously, it's depicted in an Asian culture, so obviously they're gonna make them look like Asian-y. It's anime at the end of the day, guys, obviously. But when you take that out, you see them and you'll be like, okay, so you're talking about this and that of red-haired giants and shit like that. But Attack on Titan, which is an anime, which shows the truth, because cartoons and anime show the truth more than do in live action. So you tell me. Fucking orcs. Shit. But moving on here. This video should, yeah, it's getting there.
We know CERN is trying to rip open the veil and bring these entities, these Nephilim spirits that are on the other side, the giants in the fractal matrix on the other side.
You hear this shit? Yes, we do know that they're trying to open Sun so they can unleash the Titans. You hear the bullshit they're saying? Do you hear that? Come on, guys. You got to be like, I know someone was probably watching this video eating and that they know thyself and they didn't hear that and they're like, you know that fat kid that is eating and then he hears something in the background, he's like, it's literally like that. This motherfucker is stupid. And even the live action version of Attack on Titan, they didn't make them redhead. They made a live action version in Japan.
Imagining the end of the world due to giants. We know CERN is trying to rip open the veil and bring these entities, these Nephilim spirits that are on the other side, the giants in the fractal matrix on the other side.
Come on, man. Are you serious? God. And these are the people that we're supposed to, and these are the people we're supposed to love. These are the people that we're supposed to be like, oh no, let them be. But yet, when we want to fight back, they automatically want us dead. Does that make sense? Does that make sense that every time these Caucasians want to fight the government, we're like, yeah, go. Yeah, in fact, we'll join you and shit like that. But once we do it, oh, shut the fuck up. Lay down. Hold on, you're not gonna listen to me? Hold on, let me kill you. Where do the lines cross? Where does it end? Where does it end? Where does a fucking goddamn end? That's why people are tired of this type of shit. And that's why nature is tired of this shit. That's why things are changing on this planet, because we are fucking tired of this bullshit. We're tired of the lies. We're tired of you changing fucking history that has no reason to be fucking goddamn changed to begin with, to say your fucking goddamn stupid goddamn needs. For you to look good and for us to look bad. But it's just like what I said before. It's just like a bully. What does a bully do? A bully bullies you and then points back at you saying that, oh, that person bullied me. Look at me, look at me, look at me.
Back here, could we see perhaps that these satanic people who are dressing like clowns and luring children into the woods are symbolically sending a message to everyone else who knows the Nephilim are returning? They are almost here. I think that's what this is all about. These aren't just random occurrences from random people who are doing it because they think it's funny. This is a coordinated message which the news is propagating.
No.
Send out to all other people in the know, in these occult circles, that the Nephilim are coming back.
Yeah, but they twisted it in a way that suits their needs.
Like,
but he doesn't want to see that because he's an orc. Orcs can't see through that. Because they just want to fearmonger.
Always wearing
kind of loud.
Striped line.
Look at all this video.
Patterned clothing. Do you think that might be symbolic, perhaps, of the fractal matrix, the second heaven, where they are bodiless behind the veil?
This guy doesn't even know that matrix means mother, womb. If you guys haven't figured that out, I don't know what to tell you. For kind of loud, they released a Matrix DVD showing a child inside a womb. And it says Matrix on top of it. They literally told you it. And all of you guys were still like, arr! Fucking dumb motherfucker, pieces of shit, man. Let the sleeper sleep. Literally, man. Literally.
Multicolored, multifaceted, not physical as we know it, but incredibly trippy world that they are stuck in.
Sorry about that.
Free from and lure people to communicate them from. And with their Ouija boards and any other occult method they possibly can, including sacrifice, summon them from the fractal matrix. So
this guy's a fucking idiot.
Has been explained with this theory, I believe. And I wouldn't have known any of this or even bothered to link clowns with Nephilim if I hadn't had this 10-second vision of a giant jester-like creature fractaled in its image. Another confirmation I got for this was when I saw a video of an artist who was showing his work where he had drawn a demon, where a demon appeared to manifest behind him, showing its arms stuck into his back.
Right here.
The pattern on this demon.
And then look at his face.
And white stripes.
See that?
Just like the demon I witnessed in that vision.
Then his face changes.
I don't think it was a coincidence anymore. I stopped believing in coincidences a long time ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you see clowns, when they reference their large feet in their big shoes and their pale skin and red hair, they are referencing the giants of the past. These things were hideous-looking abominations, terrifying and awe-inspiring. We don't want them back. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, you need to know now that you need Jesus Christ. He is the protection against these beasts. In his name, we have the power to tread on serpents and to cast out demons. And it's exactly what these things are.
You heard him, though? In his name, we will cast out the serpents. Who are the serpents? We are. We are the Nagas. Fucking racist piece of shit right here, to be quite honest. Oh, he's not right. Subconsciously. You don't think that's a fucking goddamn thing, man? Look at what happened with the Little Mermaid shit. And the whole thing with like, oh, Superman should be black. What? Oh, it's perfectly fine if he's white, though, right? But once he becomes a brother or a sister, you want to fucking complain about it. You racist piece of shit. You're a racist. You're a fucking racist. You're a fucking piece of shit asshole. So what do you think it is? Superman could be whatever he wants. He's an alien. He could look like fucking Cthulhu for all I fucking goddamn care. But no, he needs to look white for you. Dumbass.
So protect yourself, get wise to the truth, and understand what's really going on. This is a spiritual message I'm sending you today to a very physical image. If you don't know this interpretation, share it with as many people as you can and get to know it, because this is the answer as far as I can see. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to skeptics to consider why clowns may not be Nephilim, but I think you'll find, like I did, the parallels are uncanny. So thank you. That's all I want to say about this. Anything else you want to share with me about this topic?
And we're done. We're done. I know he made a playlist of it, and I will look at that more. But that's it. I have stuff to do. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You know, and know thyself. And look at these people and be like, screw you. He's talking shit about our family. He's talking shit about our family. And then he wants to, and then how does he do it at the end of the day? Open your heart to Christ, to Jesus. That's all I have to say. I'll see you guys later. Take care and be safe, man.